shit. These Korean fucking noodles and shit. That's why I need to buy my fucking album. Cause if I had money right now, I would have made me a fucking sandwich. But I don't got no fucking money. So I gotta eat this shit. Let me see how it tastes. God damn, it's hot as a bitch.
Welcome to I Let It Play. Here is today's interesting topic. Let's start the show.
We get a lot of money up front sometimes, depending on, where you are in your career. So you get this money up front, but you're only good as your last project. So your value to the bottom line when you're dealing with networks or studios is like, how valuable are you? And sometimes if you're not that valuable anymore, you're not bringing in the money. But what happens is there's a lot of money going out of the door, right? So you get this money, and if you hit a time in your career where the money is not, sustainable, it's not really coming in, but everything is going out the door. So you, as you mentioned, you got agents, you got managers, you got financial people that you have to pay. You have lawyers you have to pay, right? You have, let's say, if you have a team, pardon me, for like publicity and all that stuff, and all the things that come with creating an entity or creating a commodity as an artist. So it's a lot of money that's going out, and let's not forget the government, the gangsters.
Are most celebrities set for life financially? I also feel like that's another false narrative. I've been trying to say this, and I don't think people understand. I didn't understand when I was younger. I did not get it. You see somebody on TV and then you think they're rich. It's not true. Fame does not equal money. It just doesn't. Especially like back in the day, like reality TV stars, we thought they were just rolling in the dough because of like the lifestyle that they put on the shows and everything. And I was like, but that's production. That stuff is being produced out. And that person is just getting paid per episode of the show, which sometimes isn't that much money. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I think it's not even about giving people grace. I think it's just like, don't conflate those two things, because they just don't, they're not the same.
Why do you say he's broke?
Because everybody in the industry broke. They live off borrowed money. If Baby got $8 million, his Discord account say $8 million negative, and he got to pay that back at a 70%, 100% recoup rate. That means Baby not making money. That means all the money he make go towards that balance. And with a 100% recoup rate, you never recoup.
These are celebrities who faked being poor while growing up. Lady Gaga painted herself as growing up middle class. That's not true. She grew up on the notoriously wealthy Upper West Side, just blocks away from Lincoln Center, and also went to private school called Sacred Heart. Lady Gaga then said that a lot of her classmates were wealthy, but not her parents. They couldn't afford to buy her a $600 Gucci purse that she wanted, although all of her friends at school had $600 Gucci purses. Her parents did, however, take out a loan to buy her a baby grand piano so that she could practice music. Her father paid part of her rent for the first apartment she had and offered to pay her rent at NYU if music didn't work out. Her dad was very successful. He actually created Guess Wi-Fi, and her mother was a VP at Verizon. Just because your parents refuse to buy you a $600 purse does not mean that they are not financially well.
The hottest rapper right now is NBA Youngboy. They own all his music, Atlantic. If I'm lying, I'm flying. These people will sign you. You have to play the puppet role, right? And this is why I'm so canceled, because they hate when I say this. You go, you sign your life away, right? You make most of your money with your advance, but once you blow that, right, whether you blow it on cars, lifestyle, clothes, everything, then you like, yo, my label's putting me, no, I don't have no money, da-da-da-da. And this is an educational thing. Manage your money right, because when these labels got you, they own everything. Then you're forced to do what NBA Youngboy did, and just hear me out. You sell your catalog. When you sell your catalog, you sell your publisher share. Your publisher share is your writer's thing where they pay you quarterly. They pay you every 3 months. You get a check for your writers, Sound Exchange, a BMI, whether you're with BMI or ASCAP, right? You sell everything. I say, yo, have my catalog. You have to start fresh. So in my instance, I will have to sell Gummo, Kuda, Billy, Tati, Fifi.
Did you sell those yet?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. So you sell your whole catalog. You sell literally your rights to the music. And when you do that, yeah, you get a large percent of money, which people think like, yo, I'm gonna blow this, but that's it. You just
give them a moment. So what could you sell Gummo, Kuda? What could you sell all that for right now?
Well, I'm not even looking at it because I feel like that's what's gonna that's my.
I think the Kardashians are broke. Because over on my favorite website, the Kardashian Closet, where they sell their old clothes for profit, they are selling Rob's dirty pajamas for $100. The wildest thing about these pajamas is that they don't have the tags on them, and they're not even in perfect condition because they write on things all the time, excellent condition, excellent condition, excellent condition. These, they're like, shirt has minor pull on the front. They're also selling these dirty ass Tommy Hilfiger sneakers. And if you don't believe that they're dirty, just look at the back. That would be 2 minutes with a magic eraser. They're selling like old dirty t-shirts that Pete Davidson left at the house, used bodysuits.
I be trying to tell y'all, celebrities are going broke. Celebrities are broke as fuck. They're slaves. They're literal business property. They are assets. They're used to make money for the company. They're just like your average 9-to-5 worker. If you want to make money, you want to be rich, don't try to be a rapper. Don't try to be a celebrity. Start a business.
We told you that they were denied for a $115 million business loan, I believe a $50 million personal loan last year. This is right around the time when the allegations came out that Jay-Z was connected to Diddy shit. Not only that, you know, Beyonce was hit with a few tax liens. She's since negotiated those tax liens down to a mere $300. They went from $3 million to $300. Okay, her lawyers are amazing, but she spent a lot of money on those lawyers to get those fees down. Okay, of course they've had to figure out how to get cash and how to get cash rolling in so that the banks can see that they have cash coming in to be able to afford monthly payments and reputational risk. Can it outdo reputational risk? So Beyonce has had to do Cowboy Carter tour. Now this is not a big tour, but it's a semi-small tour, okay? She didn't really...
Y'all remember Carla from Next Friday, right? Well, years after the movie was released, the actress went completely broke and homeless. According to Lisa Rodriguez, a nonprofit was handling her father's finances and smuggling money, which left their family in a dire situation. This is exactly why you can't believe everything you see, because despite the luxury lifestyle Offset has been living, the rapper is broke. Like, completely broke. On yesterday, TMZ reported Offset was demanding spousal support from Cardi B, and after digging through his finances, it makes sense because he's in a world of debt. Now, initially, I thought Offset was being petty because he hates the fact that Cardi B has moved on and is now dating Stefon Diggs. But Offset is really broke. If you Google Offset's net worth, it says he's worth between $30 and $40 million. But that can't be true because he has state and federal liens on his property. In 2021, the federal government accused Offset of owing $1.5 million in unpaid taxes, in addition to the $294,000 he owed for other years. But that's not all of Offset's financial issues, because he was also sued back in 2021 by Leamzi Izquierdo and Humberto Crespo over an incident that went down at a Florida strip club in early 2020. At this point, Offset needs Cardi B, but he should have thought about that when he was out constantly cheating on the female rapper.
Man, when y'all see these celebrities going through stuff, these, I'm gonna say A-list celebrities, when y'all see them going through stuff, bro, and folks be talking about bankruptcy and all that type of stuff, I want y'all to understand that they're broke and our broke is two different things. They broke might be they only got 3, 4, 5 million left in the bank, and they brand can still bring in 6 figures at the least a month. That's they broke. They broke and our broke is two different things, man. Y'all gotta stop thinking that just because y'all see these headlines about celebrities going broke and stuff going on, that don't mean that that's our broke. They broke is 10 figures a month. I mean, they broke is 10,000 a month. They broke is $20,000, $30,000 a month. That's a good broke if you ask me. Y'all better start comparing yourself to these folk, man. Folk be having rich problems. Focus on you.
If you're not getting it touring, or if you're not getting it through other means, this music shit is a rap. I'm saying all of the musicians are broke. Relative to what you bring in.
Now, I do think that there is plenty of ways to make money as independents. Low overhead. It's not expensive to make these albums. You're making them at home or wherever, and you're building a reasonable fan base, and you're selling physical and merch. Not everyone is broke, but in terms of like the superstar thing, I agree with you.
But like you said, so what you're bringing in, what you getting,
and my conversation now is not really about. It's not really about independent acts.
Yeah, okay.
My conversation is about what's going on in the majors. They tricking y'all with the words in these contracts. They tricking y'all into thinking that y'all are real partners. They tricking y'all with the, hey, you own your stuff. The recent layoffs tell me that. You don't see all these people getting laid off?
They laid off all over. They laid off like 40%, right? Universal
Everywhere.
Media too.
Everywhere.
I think one of my kids sent it to me, and we were laughing because it said, the Kardashians are going broke. They're selling their clothes. And I'm like, really? We're going broke? Because I guess, I don't know which one of my daughters, somebody put maybe some pajamas on there. I wasn't sure if they were Balenciaga or if they were just random, but it was kind of funny.
Even hip hop stars with Bentley convertible cars can go down. But I get these calls all the time, like fancy people, flossy people, successful people who think my services don't relate to them. They think that it's for, I don't know, poor people. Well, heck, I was poor. I mean, I was poor in spirit. I've been there before. To be broke and be poor is different. To be broke is economic. To be poor is a disabling frame of mind, a depressed condition of your spirit. You must vow never to be poor again. Can I get an amen? But they think that somehow to be poor is, I don't know, something of shame. You can be poor at any economic strata. By the way, you can be broke at any economic strata. My services apply to everybody. And so in this one particular example I'm gonna give you, this rapper years ago, so you can't try to figure out who I'm talking about, who I knew, went to a big bank, a big one, got a Bentley convertible coupe, went to the bank, said, I made this money, I'm this big star. They gave him the loan at a great deal, and he made payments, and then, I don't know, just stopped. Then he stopped volunteering initially, started paying what he wanted to versus what he should do. Of course, his credit now tanks, and the lender's calling him. He ignores them because he's a star, whatever the heck that means. And you're just a borrower like everybody else. And then his income goes sideways because he's a jerk, and he's not paying his bills, not showing up for gigs, he thinks the world owes him something, and he's acting like a diva, a male diva, whatever. I'm not hating on divas, by the way, but acting like somebody who's, obnoxious and won't respond to, he won't keep his commitments to go perform, to show up on a set for a movie, anything. So they start firing him. Okay, then he's not as popular as he used to be. He loses his contracts, loses income. Now he can't pay the bank that he chose not to pay. So, and then he won't talk to them and renegotiate his contract for the loan. They're trying. He won't renegotiate. He won't turn the car back, which was an option. So then when they come and repossess the car, he wants to cop an attitude and tear his rear end and say on social media, oh, they're racist and they're discriminating against. Well, you weren't saying they were racist when you got the loan. That's when you would have said they were racist. By the way, I remember the loan. It was at prime rates, prime terms. You just messed up. The racism exists. For anybody, discrimination, racism exists 100%. But that's not what I'm talking about. And you guys know this is what I'm not talking about. He just tore his rear end. He just was.
Rappers who went completely broke with dumb decisions. 7. Tyga accumulated over $890,000 in back taxes from 2011 to 2016. Faced lawsuits including a $186,000 damage suit and $280,000 in unpaid jewelry. Cars repossessed post-Kylie Jenner split. 6. Xzibit, known for Pimp My Ride, saw album sales drop and filed for bankruptcy twice. Owed $959,000 in back taxes while maintaining an expensive lifestyle, leasing a Range Rover. 5. Aaron Carter. Discovered parents mishandled his earnings, leaving him with a $4 million tax lien on his 18th birthday. Filed for bankruptcy in 2013, later revealed $227,000 in debt on TV. 4. Lil' Kim. Financially troubled post-prison and lawsuits. Bought a $2.3 million mansion, later sued by her label. Owed over $4 million, including $1.8 million in unpaid taxes, declared bankruptcy. 3. Bow Wow claimed he couldn't afford $3,000 month in child support despite his lavish image, owed $91,000 to the IRS and $283,000 for a leased Ferrari, often caught exaggerating wealth. 2. Ja Rule. infamously involved in Fire Festival scam, evaded $1.1 million in taxes, owed over $1.5 million in back taxes from 2005 to 2008 and 2016, faced multiple lawsuits. 1. Birdman defaulted on a $12 million loan using his $14.5 million mansion as collateral, owed $20.5 million, including legal fees, property seized and significantly reduced in value to sell.
How do you make $200 million and you're broke?
What is the answer to that question, by the way? Because I've always been curious about that. I found people that make a lot of money quick, especially in the celebrity industry, also lose it just as quickly. How does that happen?
In music specifically, they have this theory you have to look like money to make money. When that's completely false. You're already a fucking star. You don't have to look like shit. You just have to be who you are. But the problem is, everybody has this idea of, okay, if you don't look like money, you're not making money. Yeah. So you spend your money on all these cars and jewelry and houses for MTV Cribs and kind of play this facade that you're successful. I think the idea of success is fortune in actuality, right? Yeah. But the problem is, if you don't understand what success really is, which is freedom in my eyes, everybody's different what they believe success is, but freedom covers every sector. Long as you're free to do what you want, when you want to do, and how you want to do it. And that's spiritually, financially, whatever. To me, that's success. Because when you can't do that, you're not successful. You're still working for the man, or working to become, or working to survive, or working to thrive.
Rap is done. Rap is done because there's no more parity. It used to be 10% of rappers that's really getting it. Then it went down to 5%. Then it went down to 1%. Now I could confidently tell y'all it's 0.1%. There's a new podcast. It's called Let's Rap About It by Mano, Fabulous, Jim Jones, and Davey. Rappers are realizing that they have these other things that is more monetizable than them making music. There's no more money in music. Unless like you're YB, unless you're like the Drakes, there's no money. For the middle order guys, it is complete famine mode, chat. I'm keeping it being with y'all. And I like this move. And I actually encourage more rappers, quit rapping. Please, quit. Because y'all are making music and it's starting to become, if a tree falls in the woods, does anyone hear it? I'm waiting for the YG podcast as well. YG, we need a podcast. A lot of y'all, we need a podcast from. It is time. It's time. This is for all rappers. If your label isn't giving you an active budget to fund and promote you as a rapper every quarter, not only when you're dropping the album, that's not enough anymore. Every quarter, that's your side job now. Pick up a podcast mic, get a streaming backpack, or become a vlogger. The next studio you go to shouldn't be a music studio. Go to a podcast studio. Bring you your engineer buddy. Bring another rapper who fell off too. We'll just call y'all pod rappers. And by the way, this is no diss, but we have to be transparent. There is no money in rap.
I had to borrow money to get my kids Burger King.
Wow.
Yeah.
After having, what's the most you ever had in the bank at one time?
40 million.
Jesus Christ. How do you have a hairline? My God.
Yeah.
$40 million to zero?
Yeah.
And it was just all bad spending? No bad investments? Or what was it?
It was a lot of bad investments. A lot of things.
What did you invest in that didn't work for $40 million? What were you invested in?
Real estate.
Real estate?
Yeah.
Shoot. You buy retail?
No, but I was letting my manager do it, and he was way more optimistic than I was.
So what do you mean optimistic?
He would just buy complete dumps and think that we can just paint, and then we should be
He didn't know what he was doing.
Never sold anything that we bought.
Is there anything if you'd have held on to would be worth a lot now?
No, not at all.
My
These were in
God.
terrible neighborhoods, but
Where?
I didn't know.
Where? In Florida?
Yeah, it was all in Florida.
Somebody said, can you send me $20? Can you send me $20 and buy my CD? I'm broke too.
It was a time where I thought that everybody had money except me. I would see motherfuckers do these music video shoots, and motherfuckers got chains and cars and all type of shit, and I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment with 4 motherfuckers. So there was a time where I was really thinking, bro, why do everybody got money and I don't got no money? Is it because I'm independent? The truth is, everybody didn't have no money. But, they don't tell you that because the label job is to make it look like you got some money. We'll give you the car, we gonna give you the cosigns, we gonna put you in the studio with this motherfucker, we gonna have cameras following you around everywhere you go. I was thinking like, damn, everybody getting money but me. But nah, everybody look like they got money except me.
All right. This is how a group can sell 10 million records and be broke. And everyone, get ready to do your math. Okay. There are 100 points on the album. TLC had 7. Every point is equal to 8 cents. All right? 7 times 8, 56 cents. That means every time an album gets sold, TLC gets 56 cents. So 10 million records. $5.6 million. Seems like a lot of money. Well, it's not a lot of money when the record company has spent $3 million to record your album. And in the record business, we pay all costs back to the record company. We pay recording costs, video costs. So now we have $2.6 million left. Well, guess what? When you have that much money, you're in about the 47, 48, 49% tax bracket. So that immediately gets deducted to $1.3 million. Then you split the rest 3 ways. You got about $300,000 apiece, if that much. Okay? $300,000. I can buy a nice house with that. And what am I going to pay my bills with?
Is it close or is it off or is it?
Honestly, then now I'm gonna let everybody know now.
Yeah.
So when you go check fuckers network and that shit be saying some crazy numbers.
Right.
I don't have a cent close to that shit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have that. But I guess they be meaning that's what I'm worth. So I be always calling my agent like, I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna fire the shit out you because I don't need you. Or Google let me know what I, you know what I mean?
And he's like, no, it's not true. It's not true.
I'm $1 zillion on Google, bro. So yeah,
I wonder how they come up with that shit.
I mean, and they smart. They are smart, so.
I pay more child support than Rick Ross. I know he got more money than me.
How much you pay a month?
$4,200.
No.
Yay.
And I know you take care of yours.
Hey.
Why you don't go back to court and try to get that reduced?
I'm gonna try to see about something.
But you be on social media and they see you with that money and they see you with all that jewelry.
Yep.
That's what that is about.
I'm broke. Man, listen, this Atlanta record stuff. This ain't my money. These people let me hold it for the videos, for all that. This is not my jury.